Okay, Capricorn, special request. Somebody wanted to talk about career, money, blockages. I'm trying to see if I can find a text, the message that somebody added under the videos. Let me see. Career, money for Capricorns. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. The moon is currently, if you're watching this on Thursday, the moon is currently in Aquarius. Then it's going to move into Pisces, and then it's going to move into Aries. So you already have the questions for the moon in Pisces, in Aquarius, and also in Pisces. Right? Go back and watch those previous videos. All of my videos are timeless. They're all geared towards self-love. They're all geared towards attracting the life that you know that you deserve. Okay, let's get into your reading. Keep in mind, keep this in mind when we're talking about career and money and those kind of things. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. I know you all are looking for the physical existence of things because that's all earth sign that connects us with our root chakra. But you're going to have to be careful about allowing people to get physically that close to you. When we talk about auras, and that's why I go into not only reading the cards, but also teaching you at the same time, and also giving you questions, trying to give you as many tools as possible to help you know that you're headed in the right direction, right? I can't tell you every little thing to say because some people are already further along. I don't want to come across as redundant, repeating the same thing over and over and over again. But again, I'm trying to help as much as I possibly can. So this is a bonus reading. This is a bonus reading. Don't forget to watch the other one, and don't forget to like, share, comment. And if you're just cruising on by, consider subscribing. Let's go. Death card. Here we have the Six of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Hanged Woman, the Lover's card, and also the Hermit card. Death card is leading the pack here. Death card means exactly what it means, death. Not always a physical death. It's the death of something, like something is finite, like a job is over, a romantic relationship is over. You're grieving or mourning something that's over. Grieving can look very different for everybody. Some people get hot, like really hot under the collar when they're grieving something. I'm so mad my job mistreated me. I'm so mad I found out somebody cheated on me, but something is over, right? Source is saying, if you even when there's a physical death, I'm so angry, I just thought about that person and I didn't call them, and now I'm grieving, right? So that grief can look like sadness, it can look like a lot of things, rage, it can look like a lot of things. But source is saying the sooner you climb up out of this, here we have the Six of Swords, which came out. The sooner the light side of the number 6 is the person who is saying, okay, I'm ready to climb up out of this dark hole that I'm in. I may not get the answers that I thought I was going to get, but I'm ready to climb up out of this dark hole. I'm ready for my abundance and my prosperity. But keep in mind, you cannot be holding on to something attached to something that's already over and expect to go through abundance and prosperity. So if you're angry about one job, it's going to be hard for you to move on to another job, right? If I have ideas and they're dark, low vibrating ideas about why something happened on the job, it's going to be real hard for me to put all of my attention to this new job and go through this abundance and prosperity. Somebody is the abundance and prosperity that you're going through is only going to happen when you physically use one of these swords and cut it off. I need to cut off the air that I'm giving it, that's talking about it and overthinking it. I need to cut off the fire, that's the ideas, negative ideas that I have about it. I need to cut off the water, the negative emotions that I have about it. I need to cut off the earth. I need to bury this thing. It is over, it's done, it's a wrap. I need to make it make sense. I'm not waiting on the job to tell me why the culture of the environment is this way. I'm not waiting for an ex-friend, an ex-love interest, an ex-anything. So when I'm teaching you about how to acquire wealth and how to circulate wealth, you're going to have to make peace, rest in peace. Something is going to have to rest in peace in order for you to open up your hands. Because if you're still holding on to something over here, you only got one hand available. You may need both hands to hold. I'm still holding on to something. I'm holding on for something to make sense. and it puts you in this mode right here. Put them up, put those dukes up, right? It puts you in fight mode. I'm so angry, I'm so mad, I'm fighting mad. Listen, whatever it is that you're climbing up out of, source is saying to you, you are good enough, you are worthy. When you step away, this right here, remember when the moon was in Virgo and I was telling everybody Virgo, like you, is an earth sign, but it's a mutable sign, right? Somebody's going to have to learn how to adapt to the messages that source is sending you. Learn how to adapt to the message. So before something is over, even if you have a loved one that's going through depression, a lot of people don't even see it until after the person is gone or somebody takes some kind of attempt. So source is saying to you, learn how to pay attention to the messages. Somebody does not have to tell you A, B, C, D. This is what's needed right here. Some kind of partnership in love and some kind of partnership in business is coming your way. Source says, make peace with whatever it is in your heart that's causing you to be angry. Get you a piece of rose quartz if you don't already have it, pink tourmaline, a green or pink stone. I'm not trying to pocket watch. I don't know what your money situation looks like. If you already have it, great. If you don't have it, start writing yourself some love notes. I am not even kidding when I say this, because this is where you start to know your worth and your value, so that moving forward, you're saying, I'm not going to shortchange myself anymore. I'm not going to shortchange myself anymore. Source is saying, hang in there with yourself. This is where somebody who has been afraid to dream bigger, it's time for you to dream bigger. Some kind of partnership is coming across some kind of partnership is coming across somebody's path. This is not the time to be arrogant at all, but this is the time to be confident. I know there's sources inside of me. I've lowballed myself in the past. I won't do it again. What is your value? You set the price. Either they can pay it or they cannot. If that means you got to go online and look up the, comparison, and let's say, for instance, somebody's an engineer, okay, and says, okay, well, I'm in this industry, and my last job, they took advantage of me as an engineer. I should have spoken up, because that's who you're really angry with, is yourself. I should have spoken up, and I should have said, somebody went by what they could survive when, instead of looking at what you're thriving at. So maybe, let's say, for instance, you say, and this is just a figure, don't get this etched in your mind and etched in stone. Somebody may have went in saying, well, you know what, I really need this job, so I'll only ask for $60,000 a year, right? Or whatever the currency is in your country. You can do the currency exchange, right? Just to fit what I'm saying here. I can survive off of $60,000 a year. Source is like, what? You're worth 100,000. Dream bigger. Dream bigger. Go through that negotiation process and be prepared to show them why you are worth $100,000 a year. That may be still low for some people. That's why I said don't etch that figure, because a partnership in business and partnership in love is coming across your path. So source is saying, hang in there with yourself. This is the time to build your confidence. Remember, when the moon is in Aquarius, it detaches us from what's going on, the everyday, everything that's going on, okay, Capricorn? And it reminds you have a mission and a purpose here on this planet. So if you're making $60,000 and you're saying, okay, that's all I need to survive, but I've been talking about I want to start a business. How are you going to start a business while you're working on that job if you only have survival money? Come on now, y'all got this. If I'm saying I want to start a business and I have my ultimate goal is to do my part to help better mankind, why am I not asking for $100,000 a year? Why am I not looking for jobs that pay $100,000 a year? Right? Or more. So that I can not only survive, I can thrive, run my business and company, change other people's lives, whatever it is. But I see some kind of partnership in love and partnership in business coming. As far as your love life is concerned, I know you all want to talk about, somebody had only asked a question about career and money, but since it's here, boom, it's right here in our face, right? Lovers, source is saying twin flame is coming into your life. What did you learn from the other relationship? Did they ghost you? Did they keep fights going all the time? Were they argumentative? Did they get you in trouble? What happened that you had to learn? What lesson did you learn about yourself? What was going on in your life that you didn't see that somebody had it in them to vibrate on that low frequency that they could cheat on you, ghost you, gaslight you, and how many excuses did you give them? Oh, you went right into baby psychologists. They had a horrible childhood, instead of looking at yourself and saying, nope, I'm not their mama, I'm not their daddy. If they had a horrible childhood, I wish them the best. I can send good prayers their way, but I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. I need to get as far away from this as possible. So it's coming somebody's way, and this right here is you being worthy. When the moon is in Virgo, the moon is in the Virgo is the zodiac sign Virgo is a perfectionist sign. It wants to get it right, but not trying to perfect everybody else. This is not Stepford Wives where everybody's a robot. This is your life. You trying to perfect your universe and what works best for your universe. So a new love and new money is coming across your path. Okay, I can justify my worth, and this is why I deserve. This would be the best type of partner for me. Everything has to revolve around your purpose. That's why the moon is in Aquarius. Everything has to revolve around your purpose. So my new person is not competing with my purpose. I'm busy and they not busy. That's not going to work. I make time for them. They don't make time for me. That is not going to work. I'm in constant communication. They always ghosting in and out of my life like Casper. That is not going to work. That's not going to work because it puts you in this mode right here, fight mode. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, and I remember this happened the last time. Why does this keep happening to me? Because you keep letting it happen to you. So somebody has a new job coming across, or some kind of partnership coming up. Partnership would be new job or something, like new job, new creative idea to start a business or something like that. Source is saying you better know your worth, because when you sit down with that checklist of everything you have to offer somebody else's universe, right? This is in a romantic relationship and in a job. Source is like, it's like you writing a self-assessment justifying why I need a 75% raise. That is not the time to go in with knuckle draggers and shoulders hunched over like, okay, I hope. No, you don't hope. You know why you deserve X, Y, and Z. You set the price. It's your universe. No more survival mode. It's time to thrive. People know that Capricorns are the hardest working sign in the zodiac. And here's another thing too, in all humility, this is you saying to yourself, I know when I go in, I'm going to work hard in my relationships. I'm going to work hard in my, to accommodate people, but I want you to work just as hard for me. Right? You don't wait until you get cut by a sword to go off on people and start saying stuff that's going straight in for the jugular. That's why everybody in here lazy. That's why you all don't work as hard. I'm the strongest link in the chain. After you get cut, go in and demand your money up front. So, hey, if they want to be weak change, make sure my pay, I'm going to still do a hard job. Hard work, because if y'all want to be the whole bulk of the organization is not on my shoulders. I'm going to still work hard because that's just your work ethic. But if rest of y'all want to be sitting around lazy, hey, listen, I'm not carrying that home with me. Make sure the comma on that paycheck is right. So that's what somebody got to get some fire up under them. Because somebody's fighting for a past that's already over. Something is over. Somebody's still fighting for something. Like they're still grieving and still mourning. Okay, get that sword out. Sword of truth. This is the truth. The past is over. It's time to move on. And so now it's time for you to enter into a new relationship, a new romantic relationship, and a new job. The past is over. I learned a lesson about myself. I learned a lesson. So here we have the Hermit card again. Here we have the Tower card. Here we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a Tower card right there. Source is saying this is right here, talking about this is attached to Mars. Mars is the planet of assertion and action, but it's also the planet of a fighting spirit. Somebody is still fighting for something in the past. I don't care if it happened 5 minutes ago. It's over. It's time. It's now. You know what? I don't need your excuse. I don't need to know why you ghosted me. I don't need to know why you chose my colleague over me. All I need to know is I'm put that same brain power, the sword of truth, and I'm getting ready to start looking for something else. This is what you're headed towards: financial independence. It's time to stop playing yourselves. Hermit card. I'm good enough in my personal life and I'm good enough in my professional life. But what I won't put up with, and this is what this is drama. When the moon was in Virgo, this is where you put together that checklist and say, I'm looking at it from an objective and through a practical lens. I don't want drama. I don't want other people's drama in my, I don't even want to be attached to it. So that's what Source is trying to tell you. A new situation in both your personal and your professional life is coming. And it's going to be a lot of people that's shocked, because you're not giving it any air at all. You've already buried it. You said, I'm getting that out of my, I'm putting that in a cemetery. That's over. And I'm getting it as far away from me as possible. Justice is in your favor. It's two energies in particular that you're saying, I'm getting as far away from those types of energies as possible. I need to get their heaviness off of my scale. So whatever the issues are, it's not on my scale. That took the sword of truth right here. Justice in your favor. And you are fully supported by the universe. Ace of Wands, third eye is wide open. It's wide open. You worked hard for this. Don't you go into another job, another anything, lowballing yourself. Talking about all of this is all I need to survive. Okay. Okay. You start low, somebody's going to negotiate lower. This is all we have. You start high, you got some wiggle room. You got some wiggle room. And what you're going to start high with is Source. Source wants you, Source is like, you see all of those trees out there? That's how much money is on the planet, right? Source is saying to you, go directly to Source and say, okay, Source, okay, let me look at some of these higher paying jobs since you got partnership coming in. And oh my God, people getting paid $365,000 a year. Let me see this job description. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Okay, I may not be able to do that, but let me look on YouTube and see if there's an online class for free. Let me invest. Let me circulate wealth. Let me see if it's a free class online that I can take that. What? They have a certificate. LinkedIn has classes. There's what is it called? Soft Skill has classes. There's all kinds of classes and stuff online where you're paying the bare minimum for classes. You got to follow these people also on social media. You got to follow these people on social media. They're the ones that's telling you how you can get the jobs. And these are not scam jobs. So that's what Source is trying to tell somebody, is like, no more lowballing yourself, sitting there waiting on answers and waiting on apologies and all of this other stuff. It's time to get out here and get living, like thriving, living your best life. So that's what's coming across somebody's path. Partnership in business. Partnership in love. Source is saying, hang in there with yourself. But in the meantime, open up your mouth and dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. This is going to take crazy faith for somebody. Crazy faith. This is not that, well, I just need a little bit. Okay. I need you to dream big as Texas, the state of Texas. I need you to dream that big, that biggest state. I need your mind to be that expansive. So something having to do with music again. Something having to do with music again. Everything is perfectly aligned for you, I'm telling you. But those feelings from your past are resurfacing. People think they got secrets. They know certain things about you. That's why you're divinely protecting. Let them tell whatever and watch how that tower falls on them. Anything could happen in their lives. And see, I'm not trying to go dark in your reading, but I can go real dark with this. Because when I say anything could happen when that tower falls on people, that's anything. And you can go far back and can touch everybody in their family. So Source is saying to you, you don't have anything to worry about. Start dreaming bigger and stop letting the devil, and we know the devil is not in human form, but the devil would be your flesh, your demons, fear, doubt, uncertainty. I'm not really sure if I ask for this, what are people going to think? Okay, they supposed to think. They have a brain, don't they? They supposed to, they can think what they want to think. It's still not going to stop what Source is doing for you. So 9 of Pentacles again. Financial independence coming and going. This right here, a garden of wealth. Like somebody has a wealth garden. Talking about living a great life. Source is about to change your life. Somebody's, again, I can't say it enough. Here we had the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So whoever you and your new love interest is, or you and your twin flame, or you going into business with somebody, if you're not interested in a romantic relationship, y'all about to start making a lot of money. You all about to start making a lot of money, because the first time somebody pays you what you know you're worth, you can't believe it. Oh my God. What? Somebody, I didn't think they were going to take. Yeah, because they have a whole lot more money to give. 4 of Pentacles. This is not even something you need to overthink. You need to start thinking about what price you're going to set. What are you worth? Here we have the 10 of Cups. That's right. You're absolutely worthy of having a family life. If that's what you want, you got to set your worth. It has to be somebody who is not trying to compete with your purpose. It has to be. Because if they're trying to compete with your purpose every time, let's say you're in the music industry, since we got a keyboard sitting right here. Let's say you're in the music industry. Every time you're in the studio, they constantly thinking that you cheating on them, messing around with somebody else. Oh, who did I hear somebody's a man or woman voice in the background? Yes, they're about to go into the booth. Like what? Source is saying to you, like, it doesn't matter if let's say you're in law enforcement and you have a partner that's the opposite sex. Oh, I mean, it seems like you're always with them. Yes, because they're my partner. What? When you know what your purpose is, you have to have somebody who is that secure because they're in their purpose too and loving their life. And also in business, let's say you don't even want to be in a romantic relationship. Let's say you're in business. Whatever lesson that they learn, if they're super suspicious of everything that you're doing, hey, put it in writing. You should have an attorney on speed dial anyway. You put it in writing. Look, so you don't have to trust me. You can trust in the paperwork. You signed it. So that's what I'm saying for you all. Here we have the 10 of Cups. And so I do see somebody settling down, having a family life, whether it's you and your partner and you all have grandkids or you have kids. But I do see somebody learning how to, you and that person absolutely feels like you all are taking care of that inner child, like nurturing that inner child. So there's a lot of money coming, It's all in what people are saying, because the reason why people get frustrated with the person next to them that's making more money is because that person wasn't afraid to ask for more money. They weren't afraid to ask for more money. Yes, sometimes it's nepotism. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times it is, okay, somebody's saying, hey, I'm worth this. I'm going to go ahead and just ask. I'm just going to go ahead and just ask. So that's where you got to have crazy faith for real. I'm serious. Like if I'm looking online and I'm seeing everybody making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, and I'm asking for $60,000 a year because I feel like my age is an obstacle, my race is an obstacle, my whatever is an obstacle. Okay, this is time for you to blow your own mind for real. This is a time for you to say, you know what, I'm just going for the gusto. This is again where you are not just coming up with any kind of figure. Obviously you're doing the research and saying, okay, let me go online, let me go and Google incomes in this whatever part of the world you're in, and what are people getting paid on the high end and what are people getting paid on the low end. Because I see financial independence for you and somebody. Like I said, there's going to be some people that's going to be surprised, and they can be surprised. They can be sitting there with their eyes bugged out, surprised. Not your problem. So here you are, legacy wealth. And see that big pentacle right here? That's this big money. You making an impact on your community and the world at large. People looking up to you like, wow, how were they able to do that? All somebody had to do was get out of their own way and stop being afraid to ask for what you're worth. You don't like drama. You don't want to be attached to drama. Somebody is so, you notice there are some artists, they don't even respond to negativity on social media. They're too busy making money. They're too busy making deals. They're too busy practicing. They're too busy. They don't even have time. They pay somebody to go do their social media stuff, or they don't respond to it. They just put a post up and go on about their business. So source is saying, you weren't a fool. You're closing out that cycle with yourself. I wasn't a fool. I'm not foolish. I need to get back to work. I need to get back to hard work, and I need to go ahead and release some energies from my universe. I have compassion for those energies, but it's go time for me. I'm in stealth mode. So we got the King and Queen of Cups. I'm wise. I may not have been wise before, but I'm wiser now. So I don't hate anybody. I'm not wishing anything harm on anybody. I don't need your apology. I don't need to hear why you did what you did. I don't care. I'm forward moving, and I'm moving forward for me. That's where you are. That's the frequency that you're on. So put a manhole cover over this. All of this woe is me. I can't believe all of this stuff happened. Believe it. Open your eyes. Pay attention. It happened. Now you need to figure out what was going on with me that I didn't see it coming. What was I distracted? Did I have a lot of stuff going on around me? Was I making up a bunch of excuses for people that kept showing me time and time and time again that they had it in me to disrespect me by ghosting me, mistreating me, lying to me? Was I putting everybody else on a pedestal without seeing myself on my throne? It's a whole lot of questions that you're asking yourself. But one thing people can't say about you is that you're not lazy. Not at all. You're a very hardworking sign. So now it's time to get paid for it. Now it's time to get paid for it. So that's what I'm saying for you all so far. Let's keep it moving forward. So like I said, this right here means partnership. Not just romantically. This is partnership in business and partnership in love. What are you worth? What are you worth? You know, you got some celebrities that insure their legs and arms, you know, for millions of dollars. What are you worth? That's just arms and legs, right? They're not even talking about the head and the torso and the back. They're not even talking about their feet and ankles. They're just talking about legs and arms. Millions of dollars. What are you worth, right? So that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that you've already proven yourself, Capricorn. Stop playing yourselves and stop letting people play you. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have. I'm so happy for you all seeing all this money here on the card, on the table, because it's not just paper and coins money. It's what you're going to do to help. This is right here is the card. How you're going to help your community and the world at large. That's what it's all about. Every human on this planet is here to help other human beings out. So you can be in survival mode. All I need is a little bit just to take care of me. Or you can say, I need more so I can change other people's lives. Because that's what's going to open up doors. That's why you're having a tower moment right now. Because, again, the tower card keeps coming out. I got work to do. Temperance card. Here we have the Knight of Wands. Here we have the Ace of Wands, the Judgment card, the Three of Wands, and also the Ace of Cups. Judgment against some people. Justice and judgment are against some people who have, you know, like I said before, try to play you. They played themselves, and now they have to deal with God. So not your problem. Here we have the Ace of Wands and also the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Source just says physically stay away from them. Stop talking about them, because talking about them is inviting them into your universe. They are renting space in your mind. Stop talking about them. Stop letting them get angry. Stop calling them a narcissist. Stop saying that they cause this anxiety. You're giving people power. Physically get away. See how this man is on his horse? That's how you should be moving out. Hair blowing in the wind. Everything. Giddy up. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. Stay away from those types of energies. Here we have the Three of Wands. This is the life that Source wants somebody to live. This life right here. You were born to inspire people. Come on now. Your third eye is open. About two situations, you wide awake. If you was half asleep before, you are wide awake now. Source is saying balance out that temper. Balance out the temper. Learn how to adapt. Learn how to adapt. Somebody harshly judged you and tried to make you feel bad. You know, the sword of truth came out and somebody showed you that they don't have a problem hurting you, saying something to you, or saying something about you, or letting other people talk negatively to you or about you, or mistreating you. At that very moment, the sword of truth came out. Okay, that's the frequency you're on. I am not stepping down off of my throne. I deserve better. You just kicked yourself out of my universe. Go tell whoever, whatever, because I already know how karma works. So I'm going to keep my hands clean. I don't have anything negative to say about you. That's outside of my universe. That's above me now. That's the frequency you on, okay? So yes, congratulations in advance for something coming somebody's way, but leave all of that stuff behind, all of it. Toss it into a burning bowl. Toss it into a burning bowl. You don't have anything negative, because while they're sitting around talking negative and their life is going to, you know, down in shambles. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about people on their way down. But they're going to have to see them same people that they stepped on. So you stay focused. Stay laser focused. Because your time is right now. Source says, hang in there with yourself. 2 of diamonds, more money. 10 of diamonds, more money. King of spades. Here we have the 5 of hearts. We have the 4 of clubs and King of diamonds. More money. So if somebody was mad about the wealth that's coming your way, here we have double legacy wealth. Double legacy wealth. Ka-ching and ka-ching some more. Here we have The King of Pentacles, wealthiest card in the deck. This is what people have been trying to get to. All people were trying to do is get in your head, Capricorn. I'm telling you, they don't want to be a part of your life. They want to choose other people over you. Good. Humans' rejection is God's protection from something. Somebody is learning. Somebody is learning. Here we have the Four of Wands right here. Somebody has a new and exuberant love coming across their life. Somebody's going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. The King of Swords right here. That's right. King of Swords. Get that sword out. Don't be afraid to set those boundaries. You are on a mission. Somebody's for real. Somebody is serious now. Here we have the Five of Hearts. No more lamenting over this. No more lamenting. That number 5 means it's a pivotal point in your life. I can either fall back into thinking about it like it's a music video, or I can make money off of this. Okay, I can monetize this. I can write a book. I can write a song, poetry, a play, whatever. Here we have the Two of Diamonds. This is a Two of Pentacles. Sources increasing your income again. So yeah. See, your name is in rooms that your feet haven't even stepped in. Everybody's not talking negatively about you. Somebody is saying about you right now. I may not, maybe I thought something bad about Capricorn because Capricorn wasn't interested in me when I was interested in them. Or maybe Capricorn seemed too serious or preoccupied. Never even considered the fact you could have been depressed. You could have lost loved ones. Didn't even consider those facts at all. All that matters was their ego. But that's all right. They'll have to pay for it. They will have to pay for it. People think there's an expiration date on when you lose loved ones. You can be grieving 2-3 years from now. And people can think, oh, you still grieving over that? Okay, you just cut yourself out of my universe. Because they're going to have to experience it. And the same thing is going to happen to them. So... B. See that number 1 right here? Look up the symbolism for bees. Source is trying to tell somebody you work too hard to get to where you are, to let people rent space in your head and make you feel like you're not worthy. And so Source is saying, hey, here comes Source saving the day. Don't give them any energy whatsoever. Don't give them any energy whatsoever. That's like people, you got your moment to shine and you giving your haters a platform. I just want to thank my haters. Why? Why? They hate you. Why not give Source some credit? Right? Here we have, don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. See, this is a person who puts all of their eggs in one basket. And Source is saying, no, you need to have multiple streams of income to be wealthy. Multiple streams of income. So I see somebody having some very healthy relationships with people. I see somebody walking into, like, this is a form of self-love. Any green and pink stone, you want to focus on forgiveness of self. How come I didn't see that? I was going through a lot. Not focus on how come they mistreated me when they knew I was going through a lot in my life. They out of your universe. You don't need to know why they treated you a certain way because you were going through X, Y, and Z. They outside of your universe. All you need to know is, hey, I'm sensitive. That sensitivity is my gift. Somebody is highly creative. That's why so much water in your cards. Highly creative. So yeah, get ready for more money, and it's coming soon. So fix your face. Fix your face. Fix your face. Get yourself together. You're not accepting any phone calls from any exes, no nothing, because you need to make room for new love in your life. You don't care about what the ex job is doing. I'm looking online for something brand new. I'm looking at how I can create business. I'm telling you, it's not just, that's why you got the Wizard card, the two of Pentacles right here. That's why you had that, because not only are you going to be working for somebody else, and you're not going to go in survival mode. You're going in thrive mode. I need X amount of dollars, not just for me, but from for the organization that I'm creating. Clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. More will always arrive. More will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. The ultimate goal is not to just work for yourself, but to work to help better mankind. So no, I can't. What am I going to do with survival money? I need more than that, because I'm creating organizations and foundations to help somebody's life. If you are an artist, I need to hire my own band. The house band is good, but I need to hire my own band. I'm trying to put food on their tables too. I'm trying to create jobs and opportunities for people that I can trust. That when I step up on that stage, everybody is looking at each other, giving cues. They can follow your lead. This one over here playing in one key, another one is playing in another key, and it's a mess, looking like it's it's Chuck E. Cheese. So Source is saying to you, and no shade against Chuck E. Cheese, but y'all know there was a little joke, no shade with Chuck E. Cheese, because you know Chuck E. Cheese had the bomb musicians back in the day. But anyway, Source is saying to you, whatever industry you're in, always think, how can I change another human being's life for good? That is the key to wealth. How can I help another person? If I'm writing a book and I need to hire a team of people, I cannot go into a job that has a nice big budget and ask for a low amount. Either they can pay it or they can't. So start looking online for something that's going to pay you for thriving mode, not surviving mode. That's what Source is trying to get somebody to do. That's like that story in the Bible with the people with the gifts and talents. That one person buried their gifts and there was no growth, but everybody else was growing because they were thinking in terms of circulating wealth. Okay? If I circulate wealth, I can create jobs and opportunities for other people. But the person who just let their money just sit there because they're too afraid, okay, I got to hold on to my money. I got my hands wrapped around my money. Then those hands are not able to receive more. So, happy bonus video. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah, a fiery climax approaches. That's why I gave you all the questions for the moon in Aries. Like I said, the moon is in Capricorn. You will be able to defend your decision to say, hey, listen, I have a purpose on this planet. I can't go the cookie cutter way other people want me to go. I have to go what I'm passionate about. That's sitting right there at that sacral chakra. That's how, with that sacral chakra is where everything is created, right? That's where a seed is planted into a womb, and that's where life begins. Not just for a physical baby, a seed is planted. So whoever, and water takes the form of whatever you put it in. So if you're around a bunch of negative people, you're going to start seeing your money dwindling. You're going to see like you're constantly pouring out money and somebody else is getting richer off of you. But if you're in positive spaces where people are planting seeds and ideas, then you're going to start seeing your money grow. Just like I planted the seed for you all, no more survival mode money. I need thrive money. That's not where you being greedy, because the goal is I'm trying to create energies, I'm trying to create jobs and opportunities for people around me. So go online, do your research, see what the high end and the low end of whatever industry you're in, and then go for the high end and justify it. Sit down and learn how to write stuff, how you can justify it, and no obstacles. You don't care about your skin color, no, your height, your gender, your sexual orientation, none of that, because that smells like fear when you interview. Right? So that's your throat chakra, ear, nose, and throat, right? So your mouth is saying one thing, but you're smelling like fear, even through a FaceTime video or through a Zoom video, you smell like fear. You're not smelling like fear, you smell like faith. I deserve to be here. And this is what I propose. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. So y'all see a lot of funny videos on Instagram, and they are funny because people do walk up in interviews and they'll ask for something that they know they're not even qualified for, and a lot of times they get it. So they got that probationary period to go figure it out and learn it. Like, you're not gonna get on. I mean, that's what probationary period is for. Some people are like, oh shoot, they're gonna pay me this amount of money. All right, well let me hurry up and get this certificate real quick. Because it was something about your energy, the smell of faith instead of smell of fear. That Source is saying. Same thing in your romantic relationship. Some people's like, no, they would never talk to me because I don't look a certain kind of way, and that person is way out of my league. They may be looking at you like, that's exactly my type. So sit down and write out exactly what you want in a person. Sit down and write out inside and out. Same thing with your job. What kind of money you make? What kind of people do you want to work around? Sit down and write it out and give it to source. Source, I'm operating in faith. I'm putting this out into the universe. That's how it happens. That's how these videos come out. That's how people create these videos, because this real life experiences, and while everybody's laughing thinking that people's joking around, it actually happens like that. Number 10 is the number for instant manifestation. If you are speaking lack, that's exactly what you are instantly manifesting. If you are operating in faith, that's exactly what you're manifesting. So here we have, you have great leadership skills. Great. You all are excellent managers of people, money, and time. But the first people should be you, yourself, and you. Like me, myself, and I, those would be the people you need to be managing first. Because if you are giving off that, I can't even manage my own life, it's going to come across as trying to control everybody else. Number 10. So your mind is sharp, and it allows you to dream up, dream bigger, to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others how to carry them out. See that? Then you need to come up with the ideas. Then you can start focusing on everybody else. Last card, and we're gonna close this out. Either people can pay it or they can't. It literally is just that simple. Either they can pay it or they can't. Stress. That's right. Are you going through the rebirth stress-free or stress or filled with stress? You decide. Because if you're thinking that something from your past is going to resurface and somebody's going to try to expose or embarrass you, it already backfired. Here we have affirmations for stress. I release what I cannot control, period. I release tension in my body. I relax my jaw and unclench my teeth. I allow my shoulders to be heavy. I breathe in gratitude and exhale pressure. Stress is temporary. I welcome stress-free days into my life. I am counting my blessings. Great things are happening to me. Not will, they are. Be in the moment. They are happening to you right now. Let go of the past. Release it. Release it, release it, release it, because you need more than two hands. When you have the King of Pentacles right here, this is serious money, and we talking about in bank account, commas, not one comma, commas. That's what Source is trying to tell you. This is a lot of wealth, and you got two financial independence right here. Something that's gonna make somebody a lot of money. Don't worry about the people who betrayed you in the workplace and betrayed you in your love life. Don't even worry about those people. It's already being handled. It's already happening right now. You don't need to see it. All you need to do is be forward facing. I'm on my way to an abundance of wealth. I already see it, right? So that's what I have for you. Again, thank you to the person who reached out to me who wanted a bonus reading about money. And so hopefully this has been helpful to you all. Like I said, you all have been called a lot of things, but definitely lazy would be a lie from the pit of hell. And so you don't have to go into any organization talking about how lazy everybody else is. Negotiate up front and let them do what they do. That's what I have for you. And I will see you on Freedom Friday. Bye.